All right, everybody. So there are two parts to your homework tonight. This is our first video of the year to kind of get used to what a flipped assignment would look like. So in addition to watching this video and filling out the Google form that goes with it, you should also fill out that beginning of year questionnaire that I sent out to you as well. So two forms for you to do tonight. I'm going to go through this quickly, but you should all have your syllabus in front of you. It looks like this. I gave it to you in class today. You probably wrote down your class code or you were already invited to it when I synced the class from school tools, so you might not have to do anything with that. But I'm just going to walk you through some of our, let's see, can I put this up here? Yeah. So I'm going to walk through some of our class procedures and grading policies, and obviously you should read through this all the way through. But this is kind of how your homework's going to go. I'm going to give you some notes. I'm going to teach you an idea on a video. The next day in class, we're going to take a really short kind of a mini quiz based on what you learned from the video the night before. So it won't be anything crazy. You're not going to have to do anything new, but I'll explain that more in a minute. That wasn't very clear, but I'll explain that more in a minute. So Regents geometry, there's our introduction. That's what our class is all about. What we're doing right now, if you haven't done this in other classes, you probably did last year, more of this than you ever have, is this flipped classroom. So every night, not every night, most nights, you're going to have a video to watch just like this. And the key words that I have here are interact with the video. So you're not just going to hit play and then mute the video and then go do your other homework or watch TV or have dinner. You're going to interact with the video. So take notes, pause, rewind, like we did with the origami activity in class. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with me. Sometimes you get a little behind, but you're going to interact with the video. I remember when I was in high school and I would be taking notes in class and I would be looking back like 3 or 4 lines and the teacher would be already down at the end of the equation. And I wish I could kind of like go back and rewind what the teacher said. So that's the idea of this. It will take you a couple extra minutes to maybe go back and watch something again to clarify it. But that's worth it, I think, if it helps you to understand. So you're going to pause, you're going to rewind, you're going to take notes. All right, you're going to put little stars next to things and you're going to ask me questions next class. So you're not just going to hit play, mute me, don't watch it on double time on YouTube. I know you can adjust the playback speed. That's not going to help you. You're going to get to class the next day and you're going to feel confused and you're going to feel lost. All right, it's not worth it. It's going to be 10 or 15 minutes of homework. If you don't do it the right way, your classmates are going to be ahead of you the next day and you're going to feel even more confused than you normally would, because I know math is hard. But the whole idea of this is that we get to spend the class time working together and not just taking notes. Okay? So that's the idea. That's the purpose of this flip stuff. Please do your homework well. Do it to the best of your ability. Write down questions, and that's going to help you the most this year. Let me know if you need something at home. We can get you laptops. We can get you internet. Let me know if you need help getting access to this stuff at home. There's your supplies. There's the grading. You can read through that on your own. Please do. So here's how the homework will look each night. Every homework assignment is worth 6 points. You're going to watch a video just like you are right now, and you're going to answer a couple of questions on the Google form based on this video. That's worth 2 points. This is not graded on right or wrong. All right, so please know that this is not graded on right or wrong. I'm not going to go through your Google form and take points off if you answered a question wrong. What it's for is for me to take a look at what is giving us trouble, what the misconceptions are, so we can talk about them next class. All right, so again, interact. Sorry, the font came out kind of blurred here. Interact with the video. Take notes. Write down questions you have. Highlight things. Put stars next to things. All right, if I see you come in each day with a blank note packet, that's going to tell me that you're not doing your homework the right way. All right, you're going to answer the homework questions that go with the Google form. So after you watch this video, there's a couple questions below it that you can look at based on the stuff I'm talking about. All right, your online homework check, Google form responses must be turned in by 7 a.m. on the day it's due. All right, so that will be the same day as your class. So it needs to be done before class. Okay? The reason I do that is because let's say you wait till the last minute, and actually I would prefer you even get it done beforehand. That way, if you have questions, you can ask me. If things aren't making sense, you can ask for help. If you have a technology glitch, if your internet's down, you don't wait till the last minute and then if that happens, you aren't able to do your homework, you're not going to get credit for that. So please get your homework done ahead of time. That will help you. And you can also ask me questions. So what a lot of students do is they just come after school, they get a Chromebook and they would do their homework right in activity period in my classroom. And that way they can ask questions if they need help, or if they're not understanding one of the questions on the homework check. All right. You cannot get partial credit or late credit for these videos. All right, the reason that is, if you don't watch it ahead of time, it totally defeats the purpose of your homework. The whole point of this is that so you walk into class the next day and you're just ready to jump into those notes. You're ready to practice the skills you learned. So if you come to class and you haven't watched your video, your classmates, your group members, we're going to be doing our practice for that day, and you're going to have to go back and watch the video because those are your notes that get you ready for it. So I hope that makes sense. You'll be doing that kind of in class while we start up, while the rest of your class is working. There's no way to make up those points. Okay? The next day in class, so let me kind of break it down a few more times. So you'll watch your video, that's step one. You'll do that at home. Step two is you'll do the Google form that goes with the video. You'll respond to a couple of questions. I'll use that to see, okay, this person, this person, this person, this person, half the class had trouble with it. I need to kind of discuss it again the next day in class. This is worth those 2 points. The next day in class, worth 4 points, you'll take a very quick, maybe a 2-question kind of a graded assessment. This is my way of saying, so I'll write graded quiz. This is my way of knowing that you actually did your homework. So if you put the video on and you watch it on double speed and you have me on mute and you don't learn anything, you're going to come to class and you're not going to do well on this homework check quiz. So this is not, again, these are not pop quizzes. This is not my way of like being mean and giving you a test every day. This is so it basically rewards the people who are doing their homework the right way. All right, so you can come into class. I'll decide if you can use your notes or not. I'm not sure about that yet, but you come into class, you can use whatever you learned from the video last night to answer these couple of short questions. So the people who do their video the right way, you're going to be getting these pretty much every day. You're going to get your full 4 points for these homework check quizzes. All right, so that's how the homework's going to go. You'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. I know I'm throwing a lot at you now. You're getting all these different syllabuses from different teachers. Whatever doesn't make sense, you can ask me. We'll talk about it next class. All right, and I mentioned this already. I would read this part over. If you don't do your homework on time, due by 7 a.m., you will not get those 2 points of credit. You still are eligible to take the 4-point homework check quiz when you're ready. All right, so if you think about it that way, if you never do your video on time, even if you get your full 4 points, you're only getting 4 out of 6 points total for every homework, and that's going to add up fast. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So please read carefully through these 2 bullet points. You have to get your homework done. There's no excuses. All right, your internet was down, your phone didn't work. Those aren't good excuses in my book, because that means you waited till the last minute and you didn't give yourself enough time to kind of have a fallback plan. All right, absences. The other great thing about these flipped assignments, if you miss a class, there is no reason that you can't watch your video to get ready for the next day class. So let's say you have class on Tuesday and you're absent. You should still be watching your video to get you ready for Thursday class. All right, that way you're not 2 days behind. Okay, so that's just a brief kind of like the assignment part of our class. You'll get used to how I do things. You'll get used to the process pretty quickly. So after you watch this video, you're going to answer the 2 or 3 questions that I have on the Google form that goes with it. That will get you 2 points for this homework. Next time I see you in class, we're going to take that short 4-point homework check quiz, also kind of based on what you learned from this video. So hopefully you're all going to get 6 full points for this first homework assignment. All right, so when you get done with that, make sure you also do that Google form questionnaire. That is kind of the part 2 for your homework. And we'll get used to each other. We'll get used to the process. And as always, ask me if you have any questions at all. All right, I'll see you guys in class. Bye.